Hello and welcome to another episode here on Cap Tech. Today we're going to look at the 10 greatest party houses of all time. Now first, a few disclaimers. Now we're not looking at great party destinations here, like the Huzzah Valley, Lake of the Ozarks, Lake Travis, Hillbilly Wine Country, Mony Island, the Lagoon, Docks, Deer Camp, pretty much anywhere the Nashville guys would go on a guys trip, Memphis and Austin included. We're not talking about the Hegemeyer Hunt Club. We're not talking about the Boku Gun Club. We're talking about the best party houses of all time. We're not talking about great Ottawa party bars of the past like Russell's and the Limo Lounge / Coco Mo's, the Jaguar Club, Down the Hatch, the Flamingo Lounge, 4th and Goal. It can't be a bar to qualify here. We're talking about the best party houses of all time. And that means it can't be a Nashville area bar either, such as Ski's Last Resort, Last Call, or the Jolly Roger. Not even Neons or the Underground will count here. I know you're thinking maybe you'll get by on a technically a club, not a bar loophole. Nope, we're talking about the greatest party houses of all time. Okay, Cap, would you count festivals like Ottawa's Riverfest, Southern Illinois' Polish Fest, the Radom Picnic? Would you count the Turkey Testicle Festival, for crying out loud? How about Nashville's My Fest, or the Hofbräu Fest in beautiful downtown Hoyleton? No, again, we're talking about the 10 best party houses of all time. All right, Cap, I'm just hanging on at straws here. What, will you count frickin' trailers even? No, but I'll give honorable mention here to the Sean Joe Beaner trailer on Cemetery Road in Nashville, Illinois, and whatever Metekki had going on down around Pinckneyville in the mid-90s. But still, you do not technically count because, again, we're talking about the best party houses, of all time. So get ready to get in the time machine and go back to the mid-90s, because that's where this list starts chronologically. Join me as I look at the 10 greatest party houses of all time. Starting our list, number 10, Washington Street in Carbondale, circa 1996. Lived at this house here on the left. Moved into a room where there was a sign on the ceiling that said practice your rudiments 24/7, 365 or something. Anyway, it was disturbing. I think there was a little bondage over there and some people written on in marker. But all in all, a good time. That's where I first lived with members of the band that are playing in the background music of this video. So let's move on to number 9. Next, at number 9, is a place in Ottawa. It was probably this house, although it's a little fuzzy. There were giant speakers inside, a couple crazy chicks. I think there was a baby named after some sort of fruit or salad. I don't know. My buddy Rockhard was there, but it was a very interesting scene, and you were free to just go ahead and walk on in here. And I remember their toilet seat falling off from like people doing it on the toilet excessively. I remember there was like a crazy guy puking blue avalanche. I don't know. It was nuts enough to warrant number 9 despite its presence in Ottawa, Illinois. Next, let's look at house we had in the late 90s on Washington Street in Nashville, Illinois. Now, people that live there with me, ergo the horse and the rude dog, will realize that the house was a few blocks south of the school here, and it's no longer there. So I remember Rude Dog threw the horse through a wall there. I remember it was a it was just a great party spot, a bit of a shit show, but anyway, they tore it down after we left. So let's move on to the next one. So coming in next at our list, at number 7 is 33 West Ontario, better known as the Wandominium or the Double Wide in the Sky. This was probably the peak of our party potential, both income-wise and age-wise. If you start partying down at this pool down here at too late of an age, they're just going to think you're kind of an old weirdo. But if you're around 30, I guess you can pull it off during a real estate boom. All right, next on our list at 10, 9, 8, 7, number 6, we have 404 Walnut in Carbondale. It was quite a party over there. There was an Irish Mexican named Mr. Frankie G, and he lived with my BFFs, Tommy, and Secret Agent Man refused to be named in videos anymore. Anyway, it's this house here with the roof, I believe. There was once a stabbing with Frankie G and a drumstick over there. I believe Fuzz and the drummer of Velvet Truck Stop used to party there. A little name dropping on you guys. At number 5, we're talking about Club E in beautiful downtown Ashley, Illinois. Now, Club E is this house here. It was right next to the Ashley Boy Scouts. And we could party on the roof, pool tables, foosball tables. The guy worked for Iraq, worked for a amusement company, and just had the coolest stuff and just the most interesting mix of people over here. And it was just the biggest show in town for sure. Now we're getting down into the top 4. And number 4, I can't be real specific about, but the Hales boys, yes, I know the Hales boys. Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. Have a place in Woodlawn called The Hideout, and I can't show you exactly where it is, but they occasionally will kick each other in the head. Yeah, that's pretty rare, and also show you the two-headed rat, so it's a pretty awesome thing. We're going to get in the top 3 now. You guys are pretty excited, aren't you? At number 3, the house in Nashville, Illinois, late 90s, of the Horseshoe Posse. Now, this was the female side of the crowd. Went over here with a buddy named Glenn once, and he drank some tequila out of an ashtray. It was an amazing house. I might have moved it up a slot or two just because, chicks aren't typically known for having party houses, but my friend Angie, who's a little sad these days, I'm trying to cheer her up, but you made the top 3 with your party house, Angie, for sure. And we could do a video on this, although I'm trying to keep the channel PG, and you guys, let's face it, we're importing and exporting a lot of sausage out of there. So I don't know. We'll continue to tie off on this topic. Runner-up, number 2, the Hoyleton House. Now, you want to talk about a big fish in a little pond. You get a rock band, live in a town as small as Hoyleton, Illinois. There's not a lot of law looking. So in this house in the late 90s, we partied. You'd occasionally wake up in the band room. I lived in Carbondale at the time, but I don't know. It just felt a lot cooler when you were up at this place. Like I said, you'd wake up in the band room. You just big fish, little pond. My buddy Herzog once swung a golf club in there, and I think went and repatched some drywall. We put up X's on all the windows, because X-Files was popular back then. I'm kind of old now. Anyway, beautiful downtown Hoyleton, Illinois. You can't beat it. The Hoyleton House. Or can you beat it? Let's look at number 1. 402 Elm in Carbondale. You want to talk again about a shit show? I once watched my roommate sit out here with a bat and a broken TV. I once watched another roommate get interviewed by the Carbondale fire chief for possible arson sitting out here on this porch. This room up here is so small it's like a closet, so you can only find people in there, like odd people to live in there, like with weird names like the Plum and stuff. We had pallet racking stages in the basement and had a heck of a party multiple times. They'd come, professors would even come to them. No crap. And they would come in. There was nitrous oxide up here on the second story before that was illegal. It was really just a crazy, crazy time in Camp Top. So I'm voting that as my number one party house of all time. When we went to go move out, actually, the landlord wanted a lot of money. This is 99 or whatever. Said we damaged it, but I wrote her, 21-year-old me, smart aleck, wrote her a letter back saying, we've got all these stages, 42 chipmunks and stuff living in our basement because the windows are broken out because somebody smashed them with a vacuum cleaner, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I think she decided not to negotiate with me after all that, but I don't know. But I feel kind of bad about that, but I don't know. Slumlords and Carbondale, what are you going to do? Anyway, that is my story of the 10 greatest party houses, of all time. So that's it. I invite you to like, comment, share, and especially subscribe to our video. Gonna go ahead and beg you with my baby, as usual, and beg you with Russell, my dog, not named after the Ottawa bar, perchance. Anyway, thanks for watching. The end.